The Destiny of Swords. Episode 2, The Shadow Adversary. At night it still covered the skies of Japan, and the full moon lit up the fields near the village of Hanamura. The wind blew gently through the trees. Hina Takamori slowly opened her eyes. It was way too early. He turned to the other side, trying to fall asleep again. Then, ow! A scream echoes from the forest. He didn't look like a wolf. He had something weird. It turned into a long, creepy meow. Hina is rising. Probably an animal. He caught his hair in a hightail, quickly put on his kimono, and went outside. The air was cold. The dew covered the grass. She started picking vegetables for breakfast. Carrots, radishes, green onions. While filling the basket, wow! The scream was heard again. This time, much closer. Hina stopped. His heart beat a little harder. What was that? Suddenly, there was a scream from the house. Hina! The basket fell out of his hands. The girl runs home with all her strength. His breathing became increasingly difficult. Mom! Dad! What happened? He opened the door forcefully, and her world stopped. The house was completely destroyed. The furniture was overturned, broken windows, and her family lay motionless on the floor. Mom, the brothers, the sisters, all of them. Hina remained hardened. His eyes were immediately filled with tears. And no, he couldn't believe it. He couldn't even breathe. In the middle of the room, there was a creature. She had the appearance of a young woman, but something was deeply unsettling about her. His hair was black and ruffled, with reddish reflections in the moonlight. Two cat-like ears came out of his head. His eyes glowed in a bright red, and his pupils were thin as those of a feline. Her nails were long and sharp like claws. He wore red straps around his ankles and arms. There were traces of blood in the corner of his lips. And the smile. It was cold and devoid of any trace of mercy. The creature slowly turned its eyes towards Hina. For a few seconds, none of them said anything. Hina was shaking all over her body. See? Who are you? His voice was almost whispered. Why? Why? His tears flowed without stopping. Why did you take my family? The creature smiled even wider. Because I was hungry. He slowly wiped the corner of his mouth. They were so tasty. He laughed slowly. Although the old woman was a little rancid, you can feel your knees failing. You're a monster. The creature began to laugh. I love it when people say that. The next moment, disappeared. What? He appeared right in front of China. He raises his claw. Now it's your turn. Hina froze. He couldn't move. The attack started. At the last minute, someone pushed the girl out of the way of the blow. Hina? He was her father. Although seriously injured, he managed to get up for the last time. He lives. Those were his last words. Hina screams as long as her lungs hold her. Dad! The world became blurry. The creature chuckles. Now you're really alone. Instinct takes over. Hina began to flee. He ran without looking back. Tears covered his eyesight. Behind her, I could hear the creature laughing. Run, girl! There's no one to save you. In a few moments, the creature appeared again in front of her. He raises his claw. It's over. The attack started. Clinching! A metallic sound resounds in the night. A young woman dressed in dark green and black clothes had blocked the attack. Her purple-blue hair was elegantly caught. On his forehead was a symbol in the shape of a butterfly. The purple eyes looked calmly at the creature. Stay behind me. Her voice was quiet. And don't get close. Hina could barely speak. Demon. I thought, they were just stories. The creature burst into laughter. Really? Do you still think we are legends? The young woman raised her gun. Maybe you live in the shadows, but the First Order will stop you. No matter how many generations pass, one day you will all disappear. The creature tilts its head. I like your confidence. The young woman's eyes descended on her opponent's eyes. An inscription appeared on the edge of the iris. Mimi, the descendant of Shadow 6. The young woman smiled. So you are a descendant of the Shadow? Interesting. Let's see what you can do. The fight Mimi disappeared first. Her shadow moves through the trees at incredible speed. In a split second, he appeared behind his opponent. Several quick shots started one after the other, but the young woman avoids them with precise movements. Metal and claws collided at a dizzying pace. Sparks lit up the forest. Mimi laughed. You're fast, but not enough. Jump into a tree. Come down again. Attack from all directions. The young woman remained calm. Take a deep breath. He responded to every blow. Hina looked without blinking. He had never seen such a fight before. The earth was riddled with traces of attacks. The branches were falling. The leaves rose in the air. The two continued to exchange blows. After almost half a minute, the young woman smiled. I understand. He took one step forward. Mimi attacks head-on, just as he wanted. In one move, the blades shone in the moonlight. Everything becomes quiet. Mimi remained motionless. He slowly touched his neck. Then he smiled sadly. His head fell slowly. Tears appeared in her eyes. Look at the sky. I'm sorry, she whispered. I failed. To go home. A cold wind passed through the trees, and her body slowly began to turn to ashes, carried by the breeze of night. The young woman lowered her gun. He turned to Hina. Are you hurt? Hina was still shaking. Who? Who are you? She took a step forward and held out her hand. My name is Velora. I am one of the archpriests, the most powerful warriors of the primordial order. He took out a folded sheet and handed it to him. Then raise your hand. A purple butterfly slowly descended and sat on her finger. This butterfly is next. It will lead you to a safe place. There you will get the answers you are looking for. Hina took the sheet with trembling hands. He looked at the house where he had grown up for the last time. His tears flowed without stopping, then slowly started after the purple butterfly. Behind her, only the silence remained. The beginning of a new destiny. For one flower to bloom, another must wither. End of episode 2.